Hello and welcome to this process video on the Studio Calico blog. I thought it would be fun today to share a sketch with you and also just sort of go through the layouts that I completed with this kit and the add-on, and then show you what I have left over. So far out of this kit, now this is the September kit, September 2016 kit called Lost River, the main scrapbook kit, and then I have one of the add-ons too. So far I've created two 12 by 12 layouts and three 8.5 by 11 layouts, and I still have quite a bit of stuff left. So quick, I'll just go through the layouts. This first one is an 8.5 by 11 layout that I made with one of my son's school pictures, and I thought it would be fun to use the washi tape as a background for the paper or for the layout, and then I used one of the alphabet stamps, I think it's called Nick, for the title there. And then the other 8.5 by 11 layout that I did was with the Fountain Square add-on, and so this was like a birthday themed add-on for one of the mini book classes, and I used a die cut number from my silhouette and popped it up on some foam adhesive with another pattern showing through. Added a 3x4 photo and a tag and my journaling and some other embellishments there. This one I did with the main scrapbook kit. It's a white background, and then I used the vellum circles to make sort of my own pattern, used some of the red sequins, one of the rubber banners, two of the craft envelopes, and then the cut file with black cardstock there. This next layout I'm not really gonna go over. I'll just show it to you real quick. This is exclusive to the workshop this month, but I just used one of the cut files cut with black cardstock. And then the other 12 by 12 layout that I did was I wanted to feature the specialty paper, which is the white cardstock with the glitter circles, and so I used that with some of the yellow pattern paper. Printed my photo out into a square, embellished with some other pattern papers and my journaling, added some sewing. So those are the layouts that I completed so far. And next I'm going to show you, so after creating all those layouts, what I have left in my kit. So I still have quite a few pieces of pattern paper here, but most of them, sorry, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. But most of them are obviously not in 12 by 12 sheets, so I have quite a few scraps. Now all this paper was from the main scrapbook kit plus the Fountain Square add-on. So that's what I have left for pattern paper. I also have the stamp, which is the alphabet stamp, and then I have a silhouette file that I cut out, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use that yet. Probably not. I might save it for later. For embellishments, I have the letter stickers from the add-on kit, the arrow stickers from the add-on kit, letter stickers from the main kit, word strips from the main kit. I have the chipboard alphas from the main kit. I have two of the craft envelopes left, and then two of the rubber banners. I also obviously have my stamps, the main scrapbook kit, and the add-on, and then I also have quite a few pieces of the birthday ephemera. So that's what I have left in my kit, and I wanted to do a layout that would allow me to incorporate lots of bits of pattern paper, and so what I decided to do was create a sketch based on a previous layout I had done. So this is an 8.5 by 11 layout, and it's one of my favorites. I did it last year. Just a white background with a smaller photo, and then some punched pattern paper and a stamped title. So I thought this sort of sketch would be great to use with what I have left in the kit, just because I have lots of pattern paper strips, or pattern paper scraps left. And so this is a photo of my daughter on her first day of school this year, and so I thought I would do just sort of a mirror of this layout and scrap lift myself. So that's my plan. I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward, and I'll talk you through the layout. Okay, so I have my sketch here, and I've went ahead and printed that out so I could keep it at my desk for referencing, and I've also included it in the blog post here as well. If you want to just right click and copy it into a Word document, you can print it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the pattern papers in the kit, and I have a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I'm just going to punch out a variety of patterns, making sure that they're all a bit cohesive, and that I get a variety. And obviously that's easy to do because I have two different kits here, and the pattern papers are quite all different from each other. So I have my first row. I'm going to go ahead and start making that, and I decide to make it hang a little bit off the edges, and I'll end up trimming that off as we go on here. But the reason I like to do that is because it gives the pattern a little bit more of an organic feel, like the paper was made that way, rather than, you made it yourself. And so I decided that I'm going to stick with the original sketch and put my picture right there. And then I'll just go ahead and keep placing my circles, making sure that I break up the colors and the patterns. I want to try not to have two stripes right next to each other, and I want to make sure if I have bright colors like that yellow there, like it's, sort of spread out throughout the layout. And so I'm not quite sure yet if I want to add another row of circles at the bottom, but then I do end up doing that because once I decided on what I was going to use for my title, I knew I would have room to the right of the photo to put my journaling strips up there. And so I've completed those 2 rows. I know I'm going to put my photo there. And then I decided I'm going to use the stickers, the alpha stickers from the add-on kit to make my title. And so I'm just taking them and putting them on the edge of a ruler so I can get them a little bit lined up. And then you just kind of roll the stickers onto your page, and you'll still have to do a little bit of adjusting. Sorry for my head there. You'll still have to do a little bit of adjusting to make sure that they're mostly straight, but that at least gives you a decent idea of where to place your title. And then I'm going to spell the next word, which is grade. So this title is second grade. And then I know I want to use this rubber banner that says adventure, just because starting a new grade in school is always an adventure. And I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put that yet, but I went ahead and placed it on the layout. Another thing I did was used my punch to punch through one of the craft envelopes to incorporate one of those as one of the circles. And then I forgot to use the blue map paper, and I thought that would go well with the rest of the colors, and so I punched one of those as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and add here my bottom row of circles there. And then I have to adhere the envelope twice just because it's a couple different layers. And obviously these circles are not perfect. I did not line them up with a ruler, but for me that's fine. I think it looks great the way it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch through my rows of circles there. And I keep my sewing machine right on my desk so that I have easy access to it, and I just pull it over when I need it. And so I'm just using a straight stitch with white thread. I always keep my machine threaded with white thread and quickly stitching through the rows there. And then I've typed my journaling I have a couple vintage typewriters, and so I've typed it on just regular printer paper or computer paper, and then I cut those into strips, and this is how I do probably most of my journaling, both in Project Life and in my scrapbook pages. And so I just cut those into strips with my little trimmer, and then use my scissors to trim off the edge. And then when I put my journaling down, I always make sure to leave a space so that I can stamp the date, because if I don't put a date on my layout, I will never remember when it was taken. And that's usually the first thing I look for when I'm going back and looking at layouts is what date that was taken. So I left a space there to the right of the last line of my journaling, and I'm just going to add a stamped date there with some black ink. And then I'm going to turn my attention to embellishing. So I knew that I wanted to use my daughter's first initial, so I got a K out and placed that. And then I thought it would be fun to use the inside of the O chipboard circles as embellishments as well. So I grabbed a few of those. I didn't find anything in that embellishment pack that I thought would go with this layout, and so what I ended up doing was just grabbing some of those arrow stickers from the add-on kit, and that worked pretty well. Now with the rubber piece, I always use the red line adhesive, the sticky tape, and then I'm just going to adhere my final embellishments down, and the layout is almost complete. Those arrow stickers are really fun. They would also work great in a planner, I'm sure. Okay, so here is my finished layout with my stitched circles. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you try this sketch, please tag me in the gallery. Thanks for watching.